Greetings everyone, welcome to Extra Time TV. I'm Kevon Campbell.
This is Andrew Soglal.
And today we look at the most riveting league in Europe, Serie A. It's tight, we have 4 teams jostling for number 1 spot. It's only, 3 points the difference?
Yep, only 3 points.
Because Inter, they're ahead, coming into this crunch game against Juventus.
Yes.
Then you have Napoli, then Juve, and then Roma, who has a game in hand, but with a win, can actually equal Juventus. So, Andre, crunch game against Juventus and Inter, but Calcio, Andre, it's the best league right now, most tight and intense. What do you think?
Yeah, for many years, because of the media, especially in this side of the world, generally due to the aggressive marketing of the English league, everybody says, the English Premier League is the most competitive, and they have valid points for that. But for many years, they dismissed Serie A as boring. Kevon and I are from that school, the Italian school, Calcio. And this season is one of the best seasons I've seen in a long time. Not because Inter is on top of Serie A. They've been here before, and the last couple of seasons, if you all don't know, Inter has done really well, and then they, for whatever reason around Christmas time, they eat too much Italian Christmas meals and crash. So I'm not going to get carried away, but the whole point is that the race is very tight. Napoli, Roma, Inter, Juventus. Everybody who casually looked by thought Juventus were just going to stroll to another title. It's definitely not going to be the case this year. It's Sarri with Napoli as well is doing really well. Both of us really are fans of Sarri. Inter Milan, Spalletti seems to have really understood the squad that Inter Milan has, because they always had the ingredients and it just never worked. But speaking of the high end of the table, we also have the other end, well, not the other end, but lower down. The other brother.
Lower reaches.
The lower reaches of Serie A. AC Milan, they spent lots of money. And, they are kind of floundering, but they have also been in this position before. And by, February, they usually end up where they're supposed to be. So, Kevon, for me, this is very exciting. This is, in fact, the most competitive major league in Europe right now. There's a very clear leader in England, as you said, before. Manchester City, Barcelona, PSG, Bayern as well. So I'm excited and I hope it stays that way. Of course, as an Inter Milan fan, I hope Inter crosses the finish line. But I know better. Serie A is a very complicated league and it could literally change overnight because it's that close. Kevon, what are your thoughts?
Andrew, I think the southern teams, Roma and Napoli, are partially all about the coaches. Eusebio Di Francesco in Rome has had a revelation because he got guys like Dzeko, like Kolarov, Diego Perotti, Jason, on blazing form and really at the best of their capabilities. And that midfield, that Roma midfield, to me, Andre, and I've said it before on the show, has been the best midfield in Europe. When you put Kevin Strootman, Roger Nainggolan, who I'm a big admirer of, and Didier, Daniel Rossi in midfield, not much midfield in Europe, or even the world can top that. So Di Francesco has them striving, has them playing good, intricate football, and they're balancing Champions League and Serie A quite well because they're doing good in the Champions League. They can qualify in the next rounds. And to the further south in Naples, Maurizio Sarri, they call him Arrigo Sacchi 2.0.
Ciao.
Yeah, he has just come in and gave Napoli an identity. And he has got the players by default actually, because he relied on Arkadiusz Milik as that centre-back, that centre-forward. When he got injured, Dries Mertens, who Napoli fans liken him to another DM in the 80s, like Maradona.
Yes. Not direct messages.
No, not those. Can't get into the DM. No. Yeah, I was liking him to that. So he has certainly showed the world how good he is a coach. And that game against Man City, Napoli played was tactically astute and one of the best games I saw in Europe thus far. But back to Serie A. And the northern teams, Juve and Inter. Juventus, interestingly, usually you look at Juventus and think, hey, defense. But their defense has not been good this year.
No.
But their attack has been good. They have scored 41 goals this season, 10 more than any other team. So when you look at that, you say, hey, this is sort of normal Juve. But then Max Allegri has toyed around with the 3 different formations. And the last game against Napoli, when Pipita scored and really upset the upper card there, he played a 4-3-3, which I think Juventus should be playing because they have the attacking proponents to do so. And that extra man in midfield can counter-attack any midfield who plugs it. Any team who decides to plug their midfield. So I like the lineup. But other Serie A teams, Lazio is doing quite well. Simone Inzaghi has them firing. Guys like Nani, Lucas Leiva, Immobile doing good. Milan, not so good. Rino came in Montella's out. But remember, Andre, this round, Serie A has 4 teams qualifying into Europe. So that's going to give the league some added impetus to actually, those teams like 4th and 5th, maybe Lazio, Fiorentina, maybe Milan can have a shot.
Yep.
Gives them a bit more fight to actually get up in that table.
Yep, it's exciting for me because, for that same reason you mentioned, that the desire will be there now, because I actually challenge everybody out there who, don't really look at Serie A. They do the old generic stereotype, Italian football is boring. Well, you're wrong. Look at it. If you're not going to look at it any other season, look at it now. It's end-to-end action. It's very aggressive. Juventus is also, we knew this a while now, but there's always that stereotype that Juventus plays this very defensive style football. Allegri has made an effort, along with other coaches, to change that. He was criticized at the beginning of the season. I saw those ESPN FC guys rip into Allegri a little bit. They said, he has this formula that works for the last 2 seasons, why change it? And it seems as if for the last couple of seasons, a lot of the Italian teams are not afraid to be more proactive, be very attacking. And the thing is, the teams that you expect to be defensive are more offensive now, as you said with Juventus. And teams that you probably expect to concede a lot of goals are more balanced now, which is exciting. And there's a lot of new players that people didn't expect to do well. Not to harp on, my team, but Icardi has really risen to the challenge. He's just scoring goals like, it's insane. Juventus have their strike force, very potent strike force, which I actually think they haven't hit their stride yet. The Bonucci transfer didn't really work out yet to AC Milan, but I think it's only a matter of time. I think they're doing insanity with the coaches. Roma, anything goes with Roma. I hate to say this, I always call them the Arsenal of Serie A, where they do really well. They always manage to be in the top 4 area, and then they usually slip and fall over the last minute, except when Capello was there. So, this is very exciting for me. As an Inter Milan fan, I wish it was boring and Inter Milan just ran away. But this is one of the most exciting Serie A seasons I've seen in a long time. Kevon, I hope at the end of the season that, people are reconsidering how they see Serie A. Because in addition to that, 2 of us, Juventus and Inter Milan fan, we're going to probably play each other head to head. I'm going to put Kevon on the spot here, FIFA 18, like what we did last year. We're going to do it again this year, so look out for that. So Kevon, any final thoughts on Serie A?
Final thoughts, winter champions can sometimes be a poison chalice in Serie A.
Yes.
So the team who finishes top in December doesn't always go through to win it.
I hope that's not the case.
And it's all about the marathon. It's when you hit March and you think, okay, what do I have to do? How much points I have back? That final push is what gets you over the line. And sometimes teams like Juventus, they struggle in the early season. I remember 2 years ago they were in much dire straits and they won it. But the telling part of this Serie A chase, Andre, is that the other teams, Inter, Roma, and Napoli, they have increased their capabilities tenfold.
Yes.
Well, Juventus hasn't.
No.
So that's the difference. That's why these teams are up where Juventus are, because they themselves got better and Juventus didn't.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody else has raised their game. Allegri, to his defense, he's saying he's trying new things, but at the risk of everybody else, catching up. Inter Milan also showed signs a while now. I think Inter Milan's biggest enemy was himself. AC Milan showing how ambitious they are. So it's not working out yet, but I think the ingredients are there, just like Inter Milan a couple of years ago. But it's exciting, and I really hope that this continues every season, this point, and it translates into the Champions League next year. Because for a little while, the money wasn't really flowing in Serie A, but the football quality is still up there.
Yeah, and final thoughts, Milan, this is pretty good to for Milan. If they don't qualify for Champions League, the vultures will be around, the headstrong will be around. Milan can be in some serious trouble if they don't qualify, because they took this massive loan and they don't qualify, they can't pay it off. The vultures are going to come around Milan, and Milan could not be, they can probably really suffer in the future if they don't turn this around. And in Serie A, teams getting a new stadium, Udinese and Roma, they got approval, so good things to come in Italy so far.
So that being said, let us know what you think about Serie A. If you haven't checked out Serie A, maybe we should start taking a look at the games. It's very different from usual seasons. It's actually highly competitive. It's always been that way, but this year in particular. So check it out. I personally recommend it. I know Kevon does as well. So let us know your thoughts on Serie A. It is the most competitive league right now. And just let us know your thoughts on Serie A. Kevon, Where can we find you?
Kev868 on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me at andre.soklal on Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comment in the comment section below. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, because when you do that, you qualify for the chance
To win a copy of FIFA 18.
Yes, Kevon went back in time, but we're back. FIFA 18, and also cool giveaways from my store.
Yeah. So stay tuned and post questions because we answer them all.
Yes.
Thank you for watching another episode of Extra Time TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'll leave the links below.